So in this latest build, which is the Red Knight from Fortnite, there's some detail work on the faceplate here of the helmet that I wanted to go ahead and recreate from the character. And to get this piece in foam, I've done two different things. The first is I've cut these out with an X-Acto knife. And I used the same method I used for this larger piece, and that I used on my bandsaw, which I'll show you in just a second. But this is the template, traced it on here, and then the idea will be to go ahead and use the angle of the blade of the bandsaw so that this will be the bottom of this piece, which is the widest part, and the bandsaw blade, which will be coming in at a 45-degree angle, will cut and leave us this nice beveling around the outside of the piece. So now I'll go ahead and show you the bandsaw. So here we're going to cut the first two angles at the top of this piece. Again, it's important to remember all of your safety stuff. Always wear goggles, keep your fingers away from the blades. Also, it's important to remember which way to feed the piece through so that that 45-degree angle is going toward the center of this piece. You have the top part done. Now the trickier, smaller piece at the bottom. Also, I'll mention that the bandsaw at a 45-degree angle, which is this bandsaw's furthest angle, does make it bind up very easily, so be very careful as you're working with this particular tool on this material. You'll see this kind of catches a couple of places, and you'll see a couple of little minor areas where we'll have to clean up the bevel when the piece is completely done. Again, remembering the correct way to feed it in is important. Here's the finished piece. Now you'll notice that there's still a few little places that need to be cleaned up. That can easily be done with a Dremel and a stone grinding tip. But once those are taken care of and addressed, you can go ahead and glue it down onto the foam, and then any of the minor little gaps or inconsistencies in this will be further masked once we do the Plasti-Dip sealant coat to prepare it for paint. So that is how that piece and the other little details of this design are done.